centered. T. Boyd scores. The Slashers' Joe Leo brings it out of the zone. Gets the shot on goal and he scores. Jake Helvey now with the puck, deep in the Slasher zone. He gets it on net and he scores. Jake Helvey takes it down the left slot, cuts to his right and shoots left. We got an old-fashioned shootout.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Buccaneer Arena on the corner of 73rd Street and Hickman Road in Urbandale, Iowa. We're back for Game 3 of this week's playoffs of the quarterfinals. Brian Koch here along with the former commissioner and alternate captain of the Blues, Matt Whips. We got ourselves a game set up here today. The Knights, probably not expected to be here with a shootout victory last week. Managed to make it into the second round. And then the Smart Aces, a team new to the league this year, but a team full of experience. Pretty much across the board in a lot of places.
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup, Brian. Again, the third of 4 games today. And like you said, the Knights probably weren't expected to be here, but they played an exceptional game last week. They definitely earned it.
Must have been thrilling for them.
And they're going to need to be even better today because this is a Smart Aces team, frankly, that has a lot of firepower. They can beat you with speed. They can beat you with great passing. They have good goaltending. To me, they are the most complete team top to bottom. I mean, there were some that will argue with that, and there's going to be teams that obviously have a say about that, regardless of what happens today. But this is going to be a tough, tall order for the Knights.
A lot of speed, so it'll be a little bit different. The Knights are having to wear their white jerseys today, white sweaters, because the Smart Ace is always wearing black. So we've got that. Now, you're talking about goaltending. Goaltending has been kind of the question mark for the Smart Aces throughout the season, just simply because their goalie from the beginning of the year, unable to play the whole season. And so they've been having to look from week to week to see if they can find someone to fill in for them. And it looks like today they have Eric Zamora filling in for him. Is that?
That is true. Eric Zamora will be in net today. So they will look to protect him, I'm sure, as they would any goalie. But that's a tall order today. And I think the Knights, frankly, if they play like they do last week and probably a little bit better, I think they can stay with us the whole way.
Well, we're about less than a minute left to go in warm-ups here, so we'll be getting started here in about another 90 seconds or 2 minutes or so. If you are the Knights, all right, you sit out there, you say, all right, we know we're the underdog. We were the underdog last week. All right, how do you approach this game from a locker room standpoint? What do you say, hey, when we're going to go out there, this is what we got to get done. We got to get it done early.
I think you got to keep it simple. Press the matter when you can, but don't take unnecessary chances because, again, they got the Garten brothers here for the Aces. They got the Stats siblings, all of whom can move the puck in a hurry and know what to do with it when they get close to the net. So I think they have to limit the odd man rushes. That's the biggest thing I think the Knights have to do today. If they can do that, and if they can take advantage of the chances when they present themselves, I think they got an excellent chance. I see Charlie Marriott on the ice for the Knights today. He's a key component that was actually missing last week, so that's going to be a big boost for them. But it looks like, for the most part, both teams are going to feature relatively full benches. That's always good to see.
Absolutely. And then the games earlier today, both of them looked like they've been pretty darn good. We had a 4-2 Reefers victory over the Stampede to get the game started today. And then the game that just concluded moments ago, the Slashers hanging on to a 5-4 win over the Jesters. Yeah, and that was a back-and-forth affair.
That game was especially crazy. If you missed it, again, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow, but the Slashers actually scored 2 shorthanded goals when they were down on a 2-man disadvantage. They got one early, and then the second one is the first guy was leaving the penalty box. So that game had a little bit of everything. And in the first game, the Reefers started out a little bit slow, but then they came on fast and took care of the Stampede. So 2 reservations have been taken care of for the semifinals, the Slashers and the Reefers. So here we go.
Referees looking to get started, keep the games pretty much on track, just a few minutes behind schedule. At playoff time, that tends to happen. So we'll get ready to go. To start things off, the Aces will be moving from right to left, and it'll be the Knights moving from left to right. Puck is down. The puck gets sent back into the feet of the Knights defenseman, and putting his stick down is Ryan Llewellyn. He hits it off the boards, looking up the right side for Jeremy Dove up that left side wing. He scored the shootout victory last week. Makes a pass across, shot right under the middle of the net. Diving down, making a stop. Zamora coming back in. Haas taking another shot out and battled for the puck. Now taken out by, going the other way, Alex Garten. He's going to have an opportunity to get past Ryan Llewellyn. He comes in facing TJ Ahrens can't get the puck around him. He lost control, slides into the goaltender. The net comes off the moorings. And we have a quick whistle, and that was a lot of action in the first 35 seconds.
Well, not exactly a slow start, right? 2 quick shots for the Knights, an excellent scoring opportunity. Zamora was sharp on both the initial shot and the rebound. And then Alex Garton, nothing but daylight ahead of him, and TJ made a good play there to force him a little bit to the outside, and we are scoreless.
Face-off goes outside of the zone. It's won back by the Smart Aces. Sacre looks to bring it onside. Backhands it toward the middle. Llewellyn sends it off the boards right over by the bench. It's a nice job of keeping that in over on the far side. That's Kevin Klingbeil. Sends it back all the way out near side. Reaching for it is Sacre. Gets it before the line. Coming all the way over to keep it in is Patrick Stats. Sends it back down. The Knights will clear it down the length of the ice. We'll get an icing call. So Knights just trying to get that out of the kitchen and live to fight another day.
Not a bad play. Still kind of in that obviously early part of the game. You're sort of feeling out the opponent, see what's going to work and what isn't. And if you're not sure, just take the volume down a little bit with a quick icing. Looks strange to see the Knights in their white jerseys. You don't see that this late in the year.
Face off to the right of Ahrens, controlled by the Aces. Skating around Stats into the high slot, takes a shot saved by Ahrens, then coming right back through his legs and then deflected back in. And it's a goal. And it's a 1-0 lead early on for the Smart Aces.
Well, Ahrens made the initial save, and I couldn't quite see who got that rebound. It almost looked like it deflected off a skate, but maybe
it bounced off. The shot came from the high slot. It was a pad save, kicked off to that right side face-off circle and got dumped back in. We'll get the score for you here in a moment. Get the official scoring. Face-off now out at the center line. Taken ahead initially by the Aces, and they'll dump it back in the zone. All the way back, giving chase in his own end is Mark Braden. He sends it up the near side boards, but a good stick by Reinholdson blocks that from reaching all the way out near the point. His pass, however, picked off by Swengel. Tries to go off the boards, but a smart play there by Alex Garton holds it in there. Garton now loses control of it, gets back out to the neutral zone. The Aces are offside and will have to settle down. He makes a pass toward the near side, looking for Sean Peterson. Doesn't connect, and now a little bit sloppy play. Puck has to be kicked into the zone by Robinson. If he would have had it on his stick, he may have had another opportunity. Back behind the goal line, giving chase and holding onto the puck now, moving it forward is Garton. Garton swivels past one, brings his way out across the center line, looks to gain the zone himself. He cuts back into the slot, gets it on his backhand. Now comes around, backhand a forehand, tries to lift a shot. Doesn't get it all the way as Reichart puts some pressure on it. The puck now in the corner. Sent up the near side boards, back out toward the blue line, but not out. Held in by Peterson. Peterson can't maintain possession of it the whole way. Swangel will get it, and they'll backhand it again. Down the length of the ice, the arm is up. The whistle blows, and another icing.
Well, Brian, early on, it just looks like the Knights are trying to weather the storm here because the Aces are not holding anything back early. They're going right for the jugular, and they've got that 1-0 lead. They're looking to double that if they can, and the Knights need to counter quickly.
So just under 4 minutes have been played. Face off down at the left end. And the Knights will get control of it. Llewellyn tries to clear it out, except it goes off a skate and ends up all the way back out of the point. Klingbeil makes a nice little move, gets by Marriott, circles down, tries to get a shot, goes a little bit high through the crease. Puck runs up all the way to the near side. Unable to hold it in is Patrick Stats, and they'll bring it back out to the neutral zone and settle down. Stats crosses over a couple of players. Teague Boyd slows him down. Stats gets it back, however, along the far side. Tries to get it back toward the middle. Stick down on the ice and cleared back out to center as Niemi was able to get that one out of harm's way. Dump back into the Knight zone. Pass should get all the way up. Niemi initially can't do it, but then it's backhanded out by the Knights, and it'll be sent back down to behind the Aces goal. Stats trying to pick it up along the near side boards. Good play by Teague Boyd to slow things down. He tries to pass it toward the middle, but Klingbeil's got his stick down. Harms can't get a play on it as it gets by Klingbeil and then bounces all the way back out near the point. Shot from the point by Llewellyn. Dribble in and be covered up by Zamora pretty harmlessly, and we'll have another whistle.
Well, and after that initial flurry in just the opening seconds of the game for the Knights, that's their first shot on goal since. So they'll look to build on that as the faceoff comes to the right of Eric Zamora.
Down near the Zamboni doors. Puck is down. Sent all the way back, but Reichart unable to get it, and he'll be tracked down back by the neutral zone. But a good play, speeding up the near side is Chad Garton. He and Reichart battle for Reichart ends up down flat on the ice. Puck backhanded behind the net by Kyle Sacre. He gets it back out near the point past Sean Peterson, and now bringing it up inside is Garton. taken away by Van Horn. Gets out to the neutral zone, but his pass attempt across the middle is off the skates of Garten. However, it goes right back to Jeremy Dove. He tries to get it back in, but just easing his way back in is Sean Peterson. He takes it. Can't clear it off easily as it goes off the glass, bounces down. Another one sent down, icing is waved off as the puck's going to go back behind the net. Alex Garten coming full speed, but TJ gets it there for TJ Ahrens. The shot coming from the point gets by. Near side, Garten's got it down on this, can't get a stick on it as Reichart battles it down there, but holding on at the point once again is Sean Peterson. Reichart down to the ice a second time. Braden clears it up the near side, not out as Garten puts his stick down. He sends it back down to the feet of Brian Shapiro. Shapiro can't do much with it, but again, the puck's not leaving the zone as Sean Peterson backhands it down behind the net. Knights look to clear it out. Dove passes toward the middle of the ice. Van Horn circles back to get it. Passes it ahead for Haas. She's got it across the center line. No numbers there as Alex Garten's doing everything he can to take it from her. Knights are temporarily offside as Garten managed to get it off Haas and out to the blue line, but then dumped back in. Peterson makes a move to get by Dove. His pass forward intended for Sacre. Swung on and missed by Van Horn, who tried to intercept it, but now it's dumped back down to the Knights zone. Chased down to the corner, Mark Braden. He ends up on his back. Alex Garten comes away with it, gets in front, takes a shot saved by Ahrens, and it'll be cleared back out to the neutral zone. 13 minutes to play in the opening period, 1-0 Smart Aces. Puck dumped in all the way around behind the net. Van Horn for the Knights, unable to maintain possession of it, but Haas will have it, but good play coming back behind there by Nick Stats. Takes it off her stick. Shot goes right through the middle and bounces up and into the glove of TJ Ahrens, and he'll hang on for a faceoff.
That was a good shot by Reinholdson. It looked like he was going to go maybe to the upper corner. Instead, he shot it low to the opposite post, and Ahrens had to make a good save there, but he was square to the shooter and ready for that. So still 1-0 Knights, Smart Aces.
Face off to the right of Ahrens. Shot by Klingbeil as the Aces won it and got it over to him just outside of the high slot. Puck in the middle. Good play. Klingbeil comes in, takes another shot. This one has pad save away to the near side corner. Sent up toward the near point. Held in. Back behind the net. Llewellyn tries to get it back out for the Knights. Ends up all the way out near the point. Patrick Stats gets it deep again. Chase Robinson tries to clear it up. Stats battling there along with Murray. And Murray is able to get it back out to the neutral zone, but it's going to go back down and be picked up by the Aces. They'll circle around the net. Kevin Klingbeil over by the Zamboni doors. Comes to a stop, tries to change direction. Spins around again, a little bit of contact. Puck comes loose right in front. Right, and there's a shot right in the body of Zamora by Swangle. Back again. Robinson can't get a shot as it gets blocked before it gets there. And then Anastats tries to clear it out. Held in at the point. Shot comes in by Llewellyn. Patrick Stats comes away with it, however. Knights are offside. Stats going to follow the play. It's whiffed on by Swangle. He comes up ahead with it as Stats. Gets to the outside. Comes inside of the faceoff circle. Can't get a shot. He lost possession of it. Backhand to the near side corner. Shot coming all the way across. That time, and a little bit wide. Puck along near side boards. All the way out near the point. Patrick Stats sends it down again behind the net. A lot of action in that Knights end just down underneath the lounge. Played by Ryan Llewellyn up the middle. Goes off a skate. Swangle manages to get it ahead to Zach Murray. Now they tangle up with it toward the middle, and the puck gets turned over again, taken back the other way. Sent all the way back down to the near side. Reinholdson comes away with the puck. He leaves it back down for Peterson behind his own net. Peterson brings it up the middle. Makes a move past Murray. Comes all the way forward. Leaves it for Scott Carlisle. Gets it onside. His pass toward the middle is picked up by Shapiro. He gets a shot. Gets deflected once. Stick down by Ahrens. Reflects it up over the net. Held into the far side point. That is Garten. He gets a shot. Doesn't get all the way through. Deflected to the near side corner. Sent back around for Peterson. He's outside the faceoff circle. He shoots it intentionally wide, looking for a tip. Doesn't happen. All the way back around. Garten doesn't get anything on that as he tries to take another shot, and it's right in the feet of his own teammate. Backhanded toward the inside, and Boyd gets a hold of it, and he sends it down the other way. They wave off the icing as they get down to the corner. It's Charlie Marriott there with Sean Peterson. Both give each other a couple of pushes and shoves. Puck along the boards. Peterson comes away with it. Gets it forward, backhanded out to the middle. That's where it's brought ahead by Scott Carlisle for the Aces. He's onside. Gets it down for Garten. Garten tries to pass it right back. Can't connect. Braden slaps it to the outside and gets all the way out to the blue line, but not out. Held back in by the Aces, still on the blue line. They'll hold it in again. Braden lifts it up, and at the third time, the Knights are finally able to get it out of the zone. They'll be sent, however, right back in behind TJ Ahrens. Then just like that, the Aces have tagged up, and they're back in the play. Carlisle comes down. He tries to pass it right across the crease, a stick down by Ahrens, and finally gets deflected slowly back out through the neutral zone and back into the Aces' end.
Great pressure by the Aces. Nelson Schulenberger made 3 great plays to keep that puck in the zone.
Stats has it for the Aces. It's Patrick Stats. Looks to bring it forward across the blue line, and does. His pass connects all the way ahead. Chad Garton down below the circle. Good play by Reichart to separate him from the puck, but Garton sticks with it. Circles all the way around. He tries to pass the middle for Stats. Stats makes one little miss, makes Reichart miss, takes a shot, misses the net near side. Stick down, and as he tries to make a pass, it gets deflected back out to the neutral zone, and the Aces will come back down. So even though the puck has been in the Aces' end a few times, it's usually been on their stick. Almost everything else has been at the other end.
There's been literally no sustained pressure by the Knights. There's something they need to correct quickly going forward.
Pass parallel to the blue line doesn't work. Carlisle brings it offside. I don't know if the referees saw that one, but it's no harm, no foul now as it's dumped all the way back. Stats makes a little spin move to get by Haas, gets it ahead for Carlisle. Carlisle gets it down toward the face-off circle, but once again it's cleared down but not out. Now Van Horn's got it. He looks for Haas, doesn't connect. Pass went behind her. They're going to call icing, so it goes into the corner.
Brian, a little bit of running around, I would say, on the Knights' play. They just have not been able to set anything up in the Aces zone. And as you say, even when it is down by Zamora, it's the Aces who are controlling the play. And they're getting that puck out real quick. There's been a couple of flurries by the Knights, but otherwise the ice is definitely tilted towards the lounge.
Puck down to the face-off in the Knights zone. Reinholdsen's got it on his stick. He takes a shot wide of the net. Goes up the half boards on the far side. Dove pushes it back toward the middle, and Van Horn will skate around and pick it up. Looks for Haas, doesn't connect, ends up back on the stick of Sean Peterson. Quick whip through the middle. Goes back into the Knights' end, but dumped back out to the neutral zone by Llewellyn. Just like that, brought back in the zone. Stats with it. She comes around, tries to get a pass for Llewellyn. He puts his stick down. Now they're going to go the other way with it. Dove's got it on his stick. Peterson could defend him. Dove, if he hurries, got an opportunity to get it down for Van Horn. Takes a shot. It's saved by Zamora. Bounces up in the corner, goes off the glass, and is all the way back out going the other way with it. Pass forward, Sacre ahead. This is Alex Garton. He can't maintain possession of it. He'll spin it up the boards near side. He walks the way up toward the high slot, whips his shot. TJ makes the save. Looks like a blocker save down in front, and the puck gets tangled up in the equipment of some players, but Reichart's going to skate away with it off the boards. He tries to send it up the boards near side, but won't leave as Sean Peterson puts his stick down, who bounces it off the half boards and sends it back down for Reinholdsen. Gets past Reichart. Reinholdsen circles around with it behind the net. It's in his skates. He tries to clear it out. Garton can't hold it in at the blue line, so they're offside, and they'll have to settle it down and bring it back out to the neutral zone. Garton dumps it in. The Ace is still offside, and now finally they're able to bring it forward as Reichart gets it ahead for Van Horn. Van Horn gets it on the down into the end for the Aces. He's got it on his stick. Tries to pass through the middle, goes right in the feet of Alex Garton, who initially doesn't find it, but then spins around and gets it out of the zone. And just like that, the defender Braden fell down. However, so did Anna Stats, unable to hang on to it, and that ended up taking away an opportunity for a breakaway. Dump back in behind the net. Zamora leaves it in the corner for Alex Garton. Garton up toward the middle. Makes a couple of players miss for the Knights, and now he's bringing it ahead, and they're going to have 3-on-2. Garton himself around inside the faceoff circle, brings it back in, tries to take a shot. It goes up, and it goes in. I think that may have gone in. I think TJ got a piece of it, and I still think it went right over his shoulder.
I think TJ got just a piece of that, and it sort of crawled up his arm and then down his back into the net, and it's 2-0. An incredible individual effort by Alex Garton. I mean, that just showed you how strong he was. He went through about 3 Knights defenders, and there just was nothing they could do about it.
So now a 2-0 game, under 5 minutes to go in the opening period. Face-off out at center ice. Sent forward, back down into the Knights' end. Ahrens tries to clear it out, cannot do it. Giving chase down along the near side corner is Dave Niemi. He can't get it out either. This is inside. This is right in front of the net. There's a tangle of bodies. Puck still not out. Kept in, and Llewellyn finally looks to try to bring it out himself. Backhands it toward Marriott. Marriott's going to keep it going. He brings it toward the outside as he gets down to the Aces' end. Outside around the faceoff circle. Backhands it toward the middle, toward no one in particular. Brian Shapiro will take it away for the Aces. He leaves the puck behind, but manages to spin around and send it through the neutral zone. Llewellyn settles it down, hearts it hard off the boards near side. Marriott brings it ahead. Makes one little move to get inside. Murray gets it on his stick, and then it's taken away as Teague Boyd was right behind him, couldn't hang on to it. Llewellyn tries a shot, doesn't get all the way through it. Now the puck goes back in the corner to the left of Zamora. Backhanded by Stats all the way up the near side, but still held into the blue line. Puck sent back down Stats and Boyd. Boyd's unable to get it, but it rolls back behind the net. Kevin Klingbeil tracking it down to the far side. Bounces it up, bounces over a stick and out through the neutral zone, and it'll go back down to the Knights' end. The Emmy giving chase for the Knights, tries to clear it off the boards, but a solid play by Shapiro to disrupt that. Puck bounces to the near side. Aces are not making it easy for the Knights to get the puck out of the zone. Still held in the Knights' end, back behind TJ Aarons. Llewellyn settles it down there. He waited just a little bit too long. Very fortunate there that it wasn't taken right off his stick, but now he comes back to the middle. He lifts it back out to center. Peterson will track it down for the Aces. Bell back in their end, hits it off the boards in front of his own bench. On the stick of Shapiro, who sends it to the Knights' end, and they'll make a change behind the play. Clearing attempt doesn't work again as the Aces and Sean Peterson settle it down. The pass try to get out. Now it's back to Garten. Garten gets back to the middle. This is Alex Garten. Got on his backhand, tries to bring it around, loses control of the puck off the boards, and all the way back out near the point. Peterson keeps it going, though. His attempt through the middle gets past Llewellyn. Goes back to Alex Garten, who circles around back out near the blue line. Tries to lift it through to the slot. Out of the corner for Chad Garten. Chad behind the net. Circles around, tries to leave it back for a trailer, but nobody there. Another attempt to clear the zone, simply not working. At some point in time, the Knights are going to have to figure out that simply trying to whip it off the boards won't work it, but they've got an opportunity here. Teague Boyd comes in, takes a backhand shot. He had a chance to get a bit of a breakaway save by Zamora. Puck goes in the corner, now breaking away the other way with it. Scott Carlisle's got it. He brings it onside, gets toward the inside, makes a nice little pass to the middle, doesn't quite connect. Coming all the way in to try to make the play was Nick Stats. He couldn't get his stick on it to try to knock it home. Back behind the net still. Carlisle can't maintain possession for the Knights, but for the Aces, but the Knights can't clear it as Braden gets it out to the point. But once again, good play by the Aces to hold it in. This high off the glass, and this ends up out of play. So we'll have a whistle in the final 2 minutes of the opening period. 2-0 Smart Aces.
Well, that's the first whistle we've had in a while. And like you said, Brian, the Knights have to figure out another way to get it out of that zone. The Aces are doing an excellent job of sealing that zone, especially along the boards. They're not letting anything out, and the Knights have gotten real fortunate not to get burned on some of those plays up the middle. So they got to figure something else out, maybe a short pass and then chip it out because nothing else is working right now.
Well, off the face-off, the Knights ice the puck. And so we'll do it all over again as the clock runs under 1 minute and 10 seconds. So, I'm going to say it right now, and I know there's still 1:05 to go, but if I'm the Knights, my goodness, you're only down 2-0.
Yeah, you're fortunate right now, and TJ Aarons is keeping you in this game, and you got to start helping him out.
Puck is down. Possession by the Aces. Stats makes a move at the blue line, makes a second move to get past Hannah Haas. Gets all the way down by the goal line, still on a stick, comes in, takes a shot right in the crease. Puck gets cleared out. Van Horn puts his stick down to bat it away, and it'll slowly go down the other end. Haas going to give chase. Coming down the other way is Klingbeil. He hits it very hard back behind the boards, behind his own net, and cleared out back towards center. Final 30 seconds of play in the first period. Reinholdson can't get to the puck. The Knights settle it down and now fought for with Reinholdson over there with Reichart. Puck gets a little bit further. Swangle gets into it with Anna Stats. Hannah Haas can't get in. It goes back to Reichart. 15 seconds to go in the period. Over to Van Horn. His back pass reaches nobody, but Reinholdson going the opposite way. His momentum wouldn't let him get anything on it. Swangle tries to bring it forward. Van Horn's got it. It's going to be onside. He thought he was offside, so he skated away, and they're going to end up with no opportunity here as the time is going to expire in the first period. So 1 period of play in the books in this third playoff game of the quarterfinals today. And you've got yourself a score. The Smart Aces 2 and the Knights nothing.
Yeah, 11-6 shots on goal in favor of the Aces. Seemed like it was more than that.
Better opportunities, at least.
Definitely had the better of the opportunities. And as you mentioned earlier, TJ Aarons is keeping the Knights in this game right now. And they have got to figure out a way to get some sustained pressure, to take some pressure not only off TJ, but from their defense as well. Get the offense involved in this game. Obviously, they had a very quick start, nearly scored virtually off the opening faceoff, had 2 quick shots, and then really nothing for several minutes as the Aces kind of took over. And again, they are such a well-balanced team, and if you think Alex Garton's the only weapon, you'd be sorely mistaken. They've got a lot of people who can put the puck in the net. Very mobile defense, very good forwards, and we're seeing pretty much everything on display this afternoon from the Aces.
I mean, they're skating circles around the Knights, right? That the puck has been in the Knights zone pretty much the entirety of the period. You end up with a situation now where the Knights are in such a hurry to try to clear the puck, they're not able to do it. They're sending it up the boards. They're being, as you said, they're being sealed off at the points. I mean, about every single opportunity to get that puck out of the zone, and it hasn't worked.
So if you're Captain John Reichart, what are you telling your team to get back in this game? What adjustments do you make?
Well, I say the same thing that I say almost every time someone's talking about that, and that's that you got to remember to breathe. Right now, this Aces team is on top of you, but you have more time than you think. And so a lot of these plays is really just a lot of panic. So just hit it off the boards, try to get it out, settle it down, look ahead, and see if you can make a different play.
Yeah, one of the things in our league especially is you have more time than you think you do. It's not a hot potato. Take a moment, take a look. You're going to have options if you just give yourself time.
Second period is underway. Puck is out of the neutral zone on the stick of Alex Garton. At this point for the Aces, he makes a move at the blue line, gets past Zach Murray, gets down the corner, gets by Dave Niemi. Down to the Zamboni doors, comes to a halt. Nice play by Niemi, gets the puck away from him and sends it down. It's not going to go far enough for icing as it goes and will come to a halt down just near the goal line. Skating around to be Sean Peterson. He tries to keep the play alive. Coming over Dave Schwengel, taking a play out of the Aces book by keeping that puck sealed off along the boards. Not able to get it out, though, and a nice play by Llewellyn. He's at the point, looks to try to get a shot. Instead, hits it right off of Reinholdson off his shin guard, and he goes back behind the net. Garton hits it forward, not played with a high stick. Robinson tries to get a shot and gets deflected to the corner. Reinholdson toward the middle for Shapiro. Shapiro off the boards, far side. Nice play by Robinson to keep it in. Puck gets batted up in the air as he's defended by Sean Peterson, but Niemi will send it all the way around behind Zamora. Misplayed by Garton, but it'll be fine for him as Brian Shapiro's there, and now the puck gets brought ahead. Sean Peterson's got it. He moves up toward the middle, tries to get into the slot. Slowed down by Niemi, who's had a couple of great plays to start this second period, and the puck ends up back out in the neutral zone where it'll be slapped in by Garton, but right into the midsection of the referee.
And those refs don't have the padding that we do. I think he felt that one.
Clearing attempt will end up back behind the net of Zamora. No icing, it was deflected. Marriott's able to hold it to the point, and as Peterson tries to send it around, it'll end up back behind the net, and Peterson will go the other way with it. Goes off the skates of Reichart, and Scott Carlisle is there. Pass just missed Carlisle. They're going to wave off the icing back behind the net. Aaron's off the near side boards, looking for Zach Murray, but coming in to make the play there, and holding it in, Schulenberger. Sent off the boards by Reichart up the other way, and it's on the stick of Teague Boyd out across into the neutral zone. Taken away from him by Garton, but he can't bring it on right away as they would have been offside. Now after he waits, he brings it in, gets inside of the faceoff circle. Good play by Reichart, backhands it away from him. The puck's still loose, but Boyd overskates it, but then what a nice play coming all the way back as Garton, but he can't hang on to it as it ended up back in the neutral zone. He sends it in this time, and it does not hit the referee, so it cycles back behind the net. Ryan Llewellyn toward the middle. Can't clear it out as it hits the skates of a defender. Now sent back behind Aarons. Reichart trying to settle things down. Makes a couple little spin moves, which I saw a video on Facebook, so I'm not sure if I would try that too often if I were him. Puck gets sent back behind the net. Reichart hard around the boards. Held in by Patrick Stats to skate at the far side. He tries to get a pass all the way down through. Won't go all the way through. And just back down to the right of Aarons. Pass toward the near side. Whiffed on. But a nice play by Klingbeil to keep it in. Goes back to Boyd. He can't clear it out. Klingbeil holds it in again. And Llewellyn, he can't clear it out. Right back in the high slot. Shot gets deflected away by TJ Aarons into the corner. Carlisle there to maintain possession of it. A battle of the number 33s. He and Llewellyn. Puck down by the Zamboni doors finally comes loose, and Charlie Marriott's going to try to bring it out. He needs to get something down the other end, give his team a breather, but he gets it taken away by Patrick Stats. Puck is loose in the neutral zone. Stats turns around, gets it forward, and then it'll be sent back down into the Aces' end. Klingbeil with plenty of time back behind the net. Now being pursued by Boyd. Passes up the boards near side. Braden comes in to try to hold it there and does. Tries to get a shot. Oh, gets all the way on net. Stick couldn't get fast enough there by Boyd. He had an open net behind him. Sent back out toward the neutral zone. Taken away by Anastats. She brings it onside. Gets inside of that faceoff circle. Tries a shot. Just rolled away. Deflected away by Aarons to the near side corner. Goes all the way onto the far side for Sacre. Hannah Haas now maintains possession for the Knights. She tries to send it up the boards. Patrick Stats right there. Bree brings it in. Stick lost as Charlie Marriott got his stick tangled up with Stats, and I think we're going to have a penalty. And I think it's going to be on who you think it is, as Hannah Haas is going to be called for the trip. She heads off to the penalty box.
Well, and they were sort of shorthanded there anyway as soon as Marriott lost his stick, and Hannah Haas put her stick down, and it resulted in a tripping call. And now we're at a key part of this game because it's 2-0 Aces. Now they go on the power play. If they can get another one here, it's going to be a real tall order for the Knights. So this is a very important penalty kill.
Knights win the faceoff, but they're unable to get the puck out of the zone. It's held by Peterson near side. He gets a shot. It bounces down to be gloved up by Aarons. We'll have a quick faceoff 15 seconds into the penalty.
You know, we had those curling targets and lanes last week, resulting in some strange ice, but I'm seeing a lot of falls today, too. It's sort of strange out there.
Well, you can't blame it on the warm weather outside.
Definitely not.
Yeah, high shot by Garton gets blocked up in the air by Aarons, and now another one all the way in close. Sacre can't get it. It bounces the corner off of Aarons, and they'll fight for it over there. Niemi tries to battle around there with Sacre, sends it all the way up, but it goes right to Alex Garton. He gets it over to Peterson. Peterson comes in, lifts a shot right into the body of Aarons. He'll hang on. Good movement there by the Smart Aces, but the shot right into the body of the goaltender.
Yep, very good movement. They got it out to the point, and then a play I love, just directly across to your other defenseman, real quick. That usually opens up a shooting lane. But TJ saw that one all the way, and as you said, it was right into the numbers, so no problem.
Skater advantage for the Aces for the next minute, 47 seconds. They win the faceoff. Shot by Peterson doesn't get through. Llewellyn gets it out and clears it down the length of the ice. Zamora content to settle that down, leave it for Peterson. He'll bring it up himself. Plenty of room to maneuver out through the neutral zone. Tries to pass it, pulls everybody offside, and it'll be whistled here as Reinholdson touches it, and we'll have a face-off outside of the zone.
Yeah, kind of had a mini pile up there at the blue line, resulting in the offsides. About
minute. No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to say about 2 minutes gone on that penalty. Of course, they are 3 minutes long, which is new this season.
Neutral zone face-off. Knights win it, but it goes off the skate of Jeremy Dove and is held in the zone, and Reichart speeds around to try to get it by the Zamboni doors. He wants to clear it out and cannot do it. Goes off the glass, held in by Stats out of the point. Finally coming back, tries to clear it out, but my goodness. It is taking extra effort on the part of the Knights to get the puck out of their own zone.
Yeah, and even when they do, they just barely get it out.
Yeah. Llewellyn with the D-to-D pass. It was a slow-moving pass with the penalty, but Reichart sends it diagonally the length of the ice back down by Zamora. He'll settle it down. Kevin Klingbeil comes down to pick it up for the Aces. 24 seconds to go on the power play. 2-0 Aces in the second period. Brings it in onside as Klingbeil tries to get a shot. It's deflected by both Swangle and Llewellyn. Klingbeil sent it up the boards the other side. Stats comes in to get it. Now going away the other way, there's going to be Van Horn. He overskates the puck, and that disrupts an opportunity for them. Final 3, 2, and 1 of the penalty. So the Knights are back to full strength, but Stats has the puck. He comes in, circles down in front of TJ, lifts it around. In the middle, backhand attempt by Reinholdson doesn't get all the way through. Sent back down behind the net. Centering attempt by Knutson. Doesn't reach all the way out, and once again, Shapiro holds the point. Swangle's going to come away with it near side. He gets it all the way out into the neutral zone. He pushes it forward. Be no icing as it goes into the corner. Zamora looks to settle it down and leaves it for Shapiro behind him. Shapiro sends it along the boards near side and gets all the way up for Reinholdson. Zach Murray provides some pressure to him. And there's a whistle.
Maybe too many men? I'm not sure what's going on here.
And they may have been looking for a too many men on the ice call. And Rich Harms is going to head over to the penalty box for the Knights.
Well, the Knights are really playing with fire now, Brian. They just killed off that penalty, and unfortunately for them, they're going right back on the penalty kill.
And it's for something as silly as a bench minor like that, that's got to be.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very frustrating.
Face-off win by the Aces. However, nice play by Zach Murray to read the pass of Scott Carlisle. He moseys it out to center ice. Niemi tries to clear it out, gets it instead right toward Peterson. He takes a shot blocked by Braden. Goes in the corner for Scott Carlisle down near the goal line. His pass out toward the middle, whiffed on. But the Knights can't get it out of the zone, and now Garton's got it down in that face-off circle. Over to Murray. He tries to get it out. It's just not fast enough. Those hands of Garton down there to stop it. Garton back in the face-off circle, takes a shot right into the body of Braden again. Back to Garton. His pass through the middle doesn't connect. And the puck will end up back down to the Aces' end.
Well, right now, I think Braden's pretty happy that he wears a full cage because he got that puck up high. I'm not sure if it caught him in the face or not, but it definitely protected him.
Aces just like that able to regain the zone. Garton skates it back behind the net. This is Alex Garton. Chad Garton's also on the ice. Pass all the way out to Peterson, gets a shot. It's a glove save by Aarons, who is moving to his left.
You know, when you mentioned the Garton brothers, if you think stopping Alex is going to take care of your problems, no. Chad's got just as many goals. They both have 17, so this is a team with a lot of firepower and good balance.
Puck down. Held in at the zone. Peterson lifts it toward the net. Knocked down in front by Carlisle. Chad Garton passes it back toward his brother. Gets it over for Sean Peterson. He lifts it toward the net. Gets deflected by Carlisle on the way in. Saved by Aarons and cleared out by Reichart. Minute and a quarter left to go in the power play. Zamora leaves the puck back behind the net, then looks up and sees Murray coming and then scoots it along the ice toward Sean Peterson. He lifts it down all the way to the other end, and there's going to be an icing call. So a good play by Murray to put some pressure on there leads to an icing, which in addition to having a face-off at the other end is going to eat some of that clock on that penalty kill.
Yep. Very good hustle play. Good things happen when you do that. And it results in the Aces doing something you never want to do, and that's ice the puck when you have the power play.
Face-off will be to the right of Zamora. Puck is down, and Reichart tries to get a shot, gets deflected up in the air. Marriott tries to center it back through the crease, gets out to Llewellyn at the near side point. His pass toward the middle gets to Marriott, who backhands it down. Teague Boyd's got it. He tries to lift a shot, blocked. Blocked by Klingbeil and is behind the net. Giving chase is Marriott. So the Knights, even though they're shorthanded, control the puck. Reichart gets a shot, ends up going to have to be saved by Zamora. Near side boards. Boyd and Marriott. Marriott comes away with it for the Knights, gets it back in. Boyd can't get a shot, now coming away the other way will be one of the stats. All the way up across the center line. Good play by Reichart to knock the puck loose, and now he can come the other way. Rich Harms is out of the box. It's a 4-on-1 if they hurry. The Knights bring it ahead. Marriott. Backhand. Reichart. Shot. Score!
Well, and that is exactly what the Knights needed. Beautiful play by Reichart starting in his own, and he broke up the rush by Stats, chipped it ahead, and it was a great give and go. And when he got that puck on his stick, he made no mistake, and it's 2-1. That was a huge play for the Knights.
So despite having very, very little puck possession, despite being on the penalty kill twice, we are more than halfway finished. There's 7 minutes to go in the second period, and the Knights are just one goal away from tying.
Well, and if you're the Knights, that's exactly what you're thinking right now. In spite of everything, we're only one down. So we got to be encouraged by that for sure.
Face-off win for the Smart Aces. Shapiro tries a shot, goes wide, and there's a whistle. And we're going to get a slashing call on Shapiro. So now the Knights have an opportunity to go on the power play as Shapiro gets called for a little hacking and whacking.
Yeah, big point in this game. So after killing off a couple of penalties and then cashing in with their first goal just after the second penalty expired, the Knights are on the power play. So a quick turn of events here.
Knights win the faceoff. Braden's got it on his stick at the point. Tries a shot, goes off the stick of Reinholdson. Hannah Haas with it. She tries to get it for Jeremy Dove. His shot gets deflected by Alex Garton's skate. Goes to the corner for Chad Van Horn. He sends it back behind the net. Peterson skates around, whips it up off the boards and out. All the way down to the other end. Braden will come away with it as it's taken by Aarons up to Braden. Lifts it off the skate of Jeremy Duff for Hannah Haas. She's on side looking for Van Horn a little too far, and he's going to have to track it down in the corner. Pursued by Alex Garton. The pass comes out, goes to Hannah Haas, saved by Zamora as her shot low to the ice. Garton clears it down the length of the ice. All the way by the Zamboni doors, skating back to get it will be Niemi. Niemi, D-to-D pass over to Braden. Braden out to the neutral zone. Looks forward, doesn't make connection with anybody. They wave off the icing as the puck goes all the way in the corner. Played around by Garton. He's going to bring it up himself. Garton he's got 3 Knights with their backs to him. Garton full speed ahead, comes back in, gets inside of the face-off circle, takes a shot and scores shorthanded.
Wow. And if you're the Knights, you had 3 defenders, as you mentioned, all with their back to the play. And I know it's tough, but you got to turn around and take a look. And that's the worst scenario for the Knights, who now find themselves down by 2 once again. Very tough play. Still a minute and a half on the power play, but they now find themselves down 3-1.
Face-off win for the Knights. Reichart sends it over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn toward the middle, connects with Chase Robinson. Robinson brings it on the side of the far side blue line, passes it back behind the net. Swangle gives Chase, he gets into the corner. And bringing it forward the other way is Kevin Klingbeil. He gets back out to the neutral zone. He's got a chance. He's ahead with Reichart. Looks, takes a shot, and he scores short-handed. Aarons moving to his left. The puck went the other way, and it was on the far side post it went in, and there's some frustration on the Knights down there. As you can see, Reichart from the seat of his pants whacking the ice with his stick. And just like that, it went from being a 2-1 game, you're feeling pretty good about yourself, to 2 shorthanded goals and a 4-1 game.
Unbelievable. You know, they cut it to a 1-goal deficit. They got the power play, and you're thinking, all right, the Knights are definitely back in this thing. And less than 2 minutes later, now find themselves down by 3 goals.
Reichart with a shot there as they brought it inside, saved by Zamora. He came in the zone with a purpose there. It's a shot attempt by Swangles, deflected by Stats up in the air, glove save, held onto by Zamora, and that was going to pretty much take care of the penalty. Shapiro won't leave the box until the whistle, but there's just 5 seconds on a moving clock. Face-off is to the left of Zamora, down to the Aces end by the lounge. Puck down, goes into the corner, taken by Stats. Tries to send it up, not out. Niemi's stick down. Niemi takes a shot, goes off the skates of Klingbeil, gets deflected back to the high slot, spinning around with it. Robinson and Murray both go for it, and then they pass over from Marriott. Pass goes too close to his feet, and he can't get a stick on it. Marriott behind the net, backhands to the slot, looking for Murray again, and it gets to the corner. Robinson, backhand pass out to Niemi at the point. He takes a shot, goes wide of the net to the near side. Braden there for the Knights. Sends it back, and now the puck gets sent down the length of the ice the other way. We got a whistle and an icing.
So 2:40 to go here in period number 2. 4-1 Aces. And the Knights, again, just probably want to regroup and trying to figure out what happened here these last few minutes and what adjustments they can make going forward, because time's growing short here in the second. And they find themselves down by 3, and they've got to somehow muster up some more pressure if they're going to get back in this game, Brian.
Face-off win by the Knights in the final 2:15 of the period. Niemi passes, just bounces over the stick of Rich Harms down to the corner where Teague Boyd has it. He sends it back behind the net. Skating around. Marriott gets it back out toward the point. But it gets past Braden and ends up down where Niemi's got to play it in his own end. Passes toward the middle. Bounces off the stick of Harms, goes into the corner. Back behind the net for Alex Garton. Comes to a stop, makes Boyd move one way, Garton goes the other. Long pass forward, connects to Nick Stats. Looks to bring it onside. Stats to the right side. He gets a shot, misses the net wide on the near side, goes back down where Knutsen's going to play it for the Aces. Instead, he lets it go, and Chad Garton's got it, but he turns it over. But not out of the zone, as Marriott can't do anything with it, sends it back all the way over to Sean Peterson. Peterson's pass down low looking for Stats. misses him. Knutson can't control it. Pass backside will get out to the neutral zone, but it won't result in anything for the Knights. As Peterson comes around and he whiffs on one, can't immediately get out of there, and then clears it ahead for Garten. Garten looks ahead, makes one move, and now it's a 3-on-2. Now a 4-on-2. Garten to the near side. Doesn't get a shot as he peels off. Now gets it back to the middle, trying to connect with Stats. Good play by Reichart, and he busts it up and sends it back out to the neutral zone. Peterson backing up with it off the boards. Sends it back down where it gets past Braden. Braden behind his own net sends it softly off the boards. He tries to clear it out, but it goes right off the body of Chad Garten, who overskates it. Reichart comes down, lifts it back out, trying to find Harms along the half boards. Skates past his teammate. Puck is up in the air. Reichardt's got it the other way, and the Knights have a potential 3-on-2. Reichart brings it onside, leaves it back for Teague Boyd. Top of the faceoff circle, gets a shot down, and it's covered up. Sprawled out like hungry hippos. Eric Zamora makes a save.
Well, and I was just going to say, if you're the Knights, that's the kind of play you need to start making. If you're a defenseman, the ace is up on that blue line, you want them to try to just dump it from down deep. But if they bring that puck up and skate it, good things can happen.
Final 10 seconds. Coming down, Kyle Sacre, they bring it onside, but he doesn't see Stats fast enough. They got 3 seconds. They've only tried to get a shot, but the pass goes back behind Sacre, and that will do it for period number 2, a period that saw the Knights see a little glimmer of hope and then saw the Aces respond with 2 shorthanded goals.
Yeah, and
that
was
the same power play.
Yeah, very unusual, although we did have 2 shorthanded goals in the previous game as well.
The D-League special.
It's been quite a day for sure. So 4-1 Aces, 18-minute third period, of course. And, again, I mentioned it just a moment ago, but I think if you're the Knights, you get that puck down low, you got to start skating it out. Because, obviously, the Aces are just excellent at sealing those boards. And if you force it up the middle, real bad things are going to happen if you're the Knights. Other than that, I think you just got to start pressing the issue. I know it's the beginning of the period, but you almost got to start taking some chances now, in my opinion.
Oh, no question. No question in that one. And you saw on the last real good scoring opportunity that the Knights had. You know, you had Reichart, he looked ahead, he had a forward, he had 2 others, and they were able to get a 3-on-1 out of that. And, they made a really nice play on when the penalty was over as well, and they came back out there. So, if the Knights are able to find some way to get some odd man rushes, it has worked out for them. They have gotten some scoring opportunities out of it, but they're just spending so much time in their own zone with the puck in their feet that, they got to really have some solid possession, make sure they've got what's going on, take a deep breath and go.
Yep, and when you get that chance to clear the zone, you got to do it the first time. Otherwise, it takes too much energy away from you, and you're just spending that much more time trying to regroup.
Well, the puck down for the final period of play of our regulation game. 4-1, Aces with the lead. Puck taken away at the blue line as the Knights try to bring it in, pass ahead for Reinholdson. Turn around, Reinholdson holds it at the blue line for the Aces, gets into the high slot, tries to shovel it forward. Pass doesn't quite connect. Sacre was right there, but he couldn't get his whole stick on it. Haas clears it out. Puck's going to slither all the way down to go for an icing. So, inauspicious start for the Knights as they couldn't get the puck in right away.
Yeah, the good news is they did clear it out. Unfortunately, nobody was home, and it bring it all the way back down to the right of T.J. Aarons.
Knights are defending the lounge at this point in time. Niemi with the puck off the faceoff tries to pass it and gets by Klingbeil. The puck is loose, sprinting ahead for it, trying to get there first is Dove for the Knights, but a good back defensive play by Stats. Goes into the corner by the Zamboni doors. Puck comes all the way back out. Haas gets it as it went off the stick of Zamora. She came back and sent it just wide of the net. Reinholdson brings it up the near side. Out to center. He's got some Knights with their backs turned to him as well. He spins around with it. Braden gets the puck away from him, gets it over to Van Horn. Van Horn can't clear it out. Klingbeil's in there. He takes a shot. Gets deflected by Aarons to the near side corner. All the way forward. Knights a little bit of skating space if they want it. Niemi's got it onside. He comes to the circle, tries to bring it inside, gets it for Haas. Stats will take it away from him back behind the net. Hits it off the glass. It rolls up off the board, off the rim there, but it doesn't get all the way out. Coming back around, Dove tries to get a shot towards Zamora, gets it back. Puck is loose in front of the net and then sprawling out, and again covering it up will be Zamora. So 2 minutes of action in the third period, and the Knights have had a couple of opportunities.
A little bit, and they're starting to get to Zamora a little bit. You know, they need to do more of what they did at the tail end of the second when Reichart made that push up the ice and then made that nice drop pass and went to the net. They need to put some bodies in front of that net and see if they can get some rebounds.
Puck comes to a stop in the face-off circle. And Chase Robinson comes around and gets toward the net for the Knights. Bounces off the boards behind. It'll be taken by Alex Garton, but Chase Robinson slows him down. Puck back toward the middle, backhanded out to the neutral zone. And they wave off the icing as Reichart will go back down and skate it up behind Ahrens. Instead, he passes it for Braden on the half boards. And tries to lift it up, gets it back out to the neutral zone. Swangel will have to give chase. Puck's going all the way back down where Sean Peterson hits it off the boards, hits the referee, goes back out to center. Now Garton and Reichart. And Garton ends up on the ground. The puck ends up back inside of the neutral zone. Sent back to Sean Peterson. His pass toward the middle for Garton goes off his stick, and Braden will send it back to the neutral zone. Shapiro gets it onside. Again, Braden. This time knocked down by the stick of Shapiro, gets over, and a shot toward the net. Has to be saved and kicked to the corner. Peterson holds the blue line, spins around, hits it across the ice. Braden for the Knights. Tries to lift it up right into the gloved hand of Alex Garton, and now coming away the other way as the Knights take the puck away from his Chase Robinson. He hits it off the boards, rolls back down behind the net. Peterson tries to pass, takes a funny hop. Comes back toward the middle, no harm as he gets back out to the neutral zone. Braden dumps it in as the Knights are offside and have to check up, and they'll make a quick change behind the play. Zamora leaves it for Peterson near side. His pass looking to connect all the way ahead for for Nick Stats. And goes off his stick, and Charlie Marriott's going to bring it onside, but taken away by Garton. Niemi gets it in his feet, and that's what disrupted Garton for a moment. Now coming the other way will be Nick Stats. Over in the corner. Leaves it back in. This is for Garton. He looks to take a shot. He's got one. It was saved by Ahrens. Puck covered up as it rolls back out in front of the crease.
And when Alex Garton gets the puck on his stick, he is not cheated. He get a lot of torque on that puck, on that stick, and Ahrens got every bit of it. They made a nice save there and really controlled the rebound well, too.
13.5 to go, third period, 4-1 Aces. Face off to the left of Ahrens, down at the south end of the rink. Knights win the draw, and it's sent by Llewellyn along the near side, but Patrick Stats there again to hold it out by the point. He shuffles it up in the air and gets it over for Scott Carlisle, who is going to be called for tripping. So the puck coming up the other way, we got a delayed penalty. Coming the other way with it is Teague Boyd. Gains the zone. Boyd along the half boards. Spun around. Klingbeil battles with him, and now touching up was Chad Garton. We got the whistle, and we're going to send Scott Carlisle to the box.
You know, and that was a long delayed offsides. I never really saw TJ make a break for the bench. I thought he might try to do that. But this is golden opportunity time if you're the Knights. You're down by 3, under 13 to go in the game. It's time to cash one in and get back in this game.
Face-off win for the Knights. Puck brought up the near side, though, by the Aces. And Chad Garton's got it in the neutral zone. Is able to get it down on the Knights' end. Llewellyn looks up, tries to pass toward the middle, looking for Marriott. A little bit too far. Marriott sprawls out, loses control of it, and that pulls himself offside. And they'll have a whistle and a face-off in the neutral zone.
And we mentioned it earlier, it really is time to call everybody in now. If you get any type of scoring opportunity for now, we're talking about the Knights, of course, take it to the net, pinch in if you're on defense. It's 4-1.
You got somebody to play center field to try to prevent a breakaway, and then you got 4 skaters. That's 4 forwards. That's basically how you have to look at that. Reichart's pass is a blind attempt for Van Horn. He doesn't see it until it's too late, and it's taken the other way. This is Patrick Stats coming in, gets into the high slot, whiffs on the shot attempt. He, however, comes back, gets control of the puck, and Boyd separates him from it up to Braden. Stats just all over him down there in the corner. The puck finally is on the stick of Reichart. He tries to pass it for Van Horn. Got it in his stick, but they can't clear the zone. Anastats with it now, and it ends up back out going the other way. Van Horn puts his stick down, but a great play coming back. Anastats, she takes it away, brings it in the zone. All this taking precious time away from the Knights on the power play. Puck comes back to Reichart in his own end. He's looking forward. He's got Van Horn. He's got Boyd. He chooses Boyd up the near side. Doesn't connect with him. Goes down past the red line. Played by Peterson. Peterson hard up for Anastats, and that takes the Knights offside. Spinning around, it'll be Reichart to try to buy some time. Gets it out to Braden. Braden then turns around and just dumps it back the other way, and it's cleared down the length of the ice by Kevin Klingbeil, and that will kill a little more time on the Knights' opportunity. Reichart behind the net, comes to a stop, pressured by Anastats, turns the other way. Sends it along the boards to the near side, looking for Van Horn, read nicely by Peterson. He slows it down. Van Horn now able to get it out, but Hannah Haas facing the opposite direction. Here comes Alex Garten with it. He comes into the circle, gets around Reichart, tries his shot. He gets deflected away. Half boards on the right side. On the far side now as Hannah Haas has it, and she brings it out to the neutral zone, but she doesn't have numbers. Final 38 seconds of the power play for the Knights. She comes onside. Comes to a halt, turns around, and now looking up, coming to the way again, Alex Garten past the red line. Gains the zone. Looks to get around Llewellyn. Comes to a stop, backhand around, looking for Stats. She swings and misses and hits the deck. Now Chad Garten pushes it toward the net, and the Knights will come away with it, but they only have 15 seconds left on the power play. Haas can't clear it out. It's kept in by Chad Garten, who then turns around, may have given a little bit of a bump to Haas. She ends up down on the ice. Now the pass cleared out of the zone. Coming forward is Jeremy Dove. Down inside of the faceoff circle. Looks, takes a shot. It's saved by Zamora. Dove gets the pass back. The puck is loose under the body of Haas. Now back out to the point. Plenty of time. Llewellyn settles it down. It takes a funny bounce in front. Backhanded around again by Haas, and it's covered up by Zamora. We'll get a whistle with 9:18 to go in the third period.
Well, apparently the Knights waited till the penalty was up to get some sustained pressure there.
No kidding.
After just a masterful penalty kill by the Aces. We talked about the stats as earlier in that power play. Probably killed off a good 45 seconds of that 3 minutes.
Yeah, the shorthanded team, there's a different kind of energy out there. With a 3-goal lead in the third period, the team that's shorthanded has an opportunity to take some more chances. Shot from the point there by Llewellyn, and a save by Zamora. Goes over to Klingbeil, and now cleared out down the other way, and Brian Shapiro will chase it down, except coming out of it TJ Ahrens. He lifts it back off just past Sacre, who was offside. And the puck gets sent back in the Knights' end. So Aces will tag up. Niemi's pass over for Dove. Dove in front of the Knights' bench. Now taken away by Shapiro, but it gets back to Dove and brings it back out towards center ice. He gains center red, looking to pass for Haas too far. Stats passes it back up, back out to the neutral zone. Niemi off the boards in front of the Aces bench. Taken by Klingbeil. Now ahead, Hannah Haas takes that away. Nice little pass. Coming forward with it is Dove. He gets into the slot, takes a shot wide of the net. Puck comes down, takes a second shot off the post. And back behind the net. Niemi through the center. All the way back now. A backhand opportunity that time by Dove. Misses the net. Another one. This one goes straight through by Niemi. Goes right through the crease. And finally another shot. Not able to clear it out. Nice play by Llewellyn to bring those shin guards together. Keep it in. Backhanded by Niemi. It's in front. Haas is down there, and it's covered up by Zamora before she can get anything on that shot.
Well, there you go. As you mentioned, have one guy deep and send four forwards down, and that's what the Knights did there, and that was probably their best sustained pressure of the game. And Zamora made a couple nice saves to keep this at 4-1, but 7.5 to go. That's exactly what the Knights have to continue to do.
Face-off controlled by the Aces, brought up by Patrick Stats out through the middle. Gains the line. Looks around with Reichart pressuring him. Bodies inside. Tries a little backhand pass to the slot. Nobody there. Taken away by the Knights, but it's turned over. Shot attempt by Nick Stats gets knocked away by Ahrens. Same thing, another shot from the corner by Sacre. And now just at this point, Chase Robinson, all he did was get the puck away. He had an opportunity. If he would have seen it, he could have skated with it a bit. Sends it back, and Reichardt's got it. He's pushing it forward, looking for Swangle. Swangle onside. Brings it down all the way by the goal line. Kevin Klingbeil gives him a little bit of defensive pressure. Puck gets kicked back out toward the center of the ice. Long pass forward, a little bit too far. And this is going to be icing on the Aces. One of the few times they've been called for icing the puck.
We've said the names Stats. Well, there's 3 of them, so
yeah,
we
that's easy to say.
say that name a lot anyway.
Everybody on the ice is named Stats.
But
or Garten.
and Garten, of course.
No.
But I would say Shapiro and Klingbeil have had very strong games today. They've been very impressive.
Face-off win for the Knights, but taken away and going the other way. This is going to be Nick Stats with it. He comes all the way inside. This takes a shot, saved by Ahrens. In the crease, skated around the near side. Reichart comes up, cleans up the mess. Gets it sent back out down the other way. Garten will track it down before it gets down to the goal line. He'll spin around, get his head up, make a long pass. Up for Peterson. Peterson in front of the Knights bench. Pulls it onside. Looks to get it by the face-off circle. Back underneath the goal. Spins around by Ahrens, tries to get it back toward the middle. Gets it through, and the shot and a goal. And that was a nice play as Peterson went all the way around the net. I think he may have distracted some of the Knights. That was Nick Stats who was standing there on the other side of the crease. Pass came right to him. Wide open net. Gets it past Ahrens, and it's 5-1.
Well, and he had all kinds of time and nothing but open net to shoot at. And it was a beautiful play, as you alluded to, by Peterson. Just drew all the Knights to his side. Stats was there by himself on the opposite side, and it's 5-1.
Face off out of the at center ice, brought ahead by Chowdhury Mary out of the Knights. Garten with him, Garten loses his stick, and now is playing soccer with the puck. Kicks it around. His stick's on the ice. Boyd and Chad Garten, and now Garten still without a stick. This is Alex Garten still kicking the puck around before he goes back to get his lumber. Kicked right through the slot, now out. Llewellyn looks to get a shot, gets blocked by Anna Stats, and she's ready to go the other way. Clears it out, passes it forward. Niemi will win the race of 17s. As now there's a pile up, but it doesn't get out of the zone. So the Knights turn it back the other way. Marriott gets it up for Boyd. Boyd's got Van Horn with him out there as Boyd can't get it. It's taken away by Alex Garten. Garten passes it forward to Peterson. Peterson to the outside. Shot on net. Ends up underneath TJ Ahrens, and they're going to call it a goal. It rolled under there, and they're going to point at the net, and it is 6-1.
Well, I think everybody thought it was frozen, including TJ, and the referee kept his eye on there, and you never saw it completely covered, and so there was no whistle. Garten did what you're supposed to do, kept going to the net, chipped it in, and now it's 6-1. It looks like TJ might be shaken up a little bit.
See if they give him a moment there. I mean, when he made that initial save, he didn't know exactly where it was. He went back down. He ended up flat on his back, and the puck still went into the net. So another goal makes it 6-1. And now the puck is dropped out at center ice. Scott Carlisle's got it for the Aces, but coming away with it is Teague Boyd. Takes it off the back of Carlisle's stick. Boyd's got it. Brings it ahead. 3-on-2 for the Knights if he can hurry. He lifts a shot towards Zamora. He reaches up for the glove, but it goes too high, goes off the glass behind him. Patrick Stats got his stick down, looks to bring it forward. Comes up the left side. Pressured by Jeremy Dove. And Dove will take the puck away. Passes over for Mark Braden. His attempt to clear doesn't work. This puck gets skied up in the air, and it's gloved like a center fielder by TJ Ahrens, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, it looks like the infield fly rule was in effect on that one. It pops up.
Pretty sure there's more than 2 outs, though.
Might be.
Yeah.
Might be. So under 3 minutes to go here in the third of 4 games today. Coming up next, the last game is the Tall Boys and the Squirrels. So looking forward to that one. That's the 4 versus 5 matchup.
Reinholdson gets the puck, sends it back to Shapiro, and a shot into the glove of Ahrens. So we'll have another quick whistle and another face-off. Final 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go in what has turned out to be a bit of a blowout. Face off to the left of Ahrens, controlled by the Aces. Shapiro with a shot. And another glove save by Ahrens. And another face off. Same position, 3 in a row, and I don't think more than 15 actual seconds of game time have elapsed.
Yeah, exactly.
Another face off win for Reinholdson. A puck gets pushed toward the net, and this time it's not a glove save, it's just covered up, and puck is frozen by Ahrens as we hit the 2 minute mark to go in a 6-1 game of the third period. Another face-off win for the Aces. Now the other way as Stats tries to pass it forward. It gets blocked by Zach Murray, but Stats will bring it ahead. Hits it off the boards as they would have been offside. Puck gets sent back behind the net. Braden looks to clear it out. Niemi's out there, or Dove's out there as well. Shapiro overskates it. Pushing forward, not out. Puck pops up in the air, knocked down by Carlisle. Carlisle skates to the corner. Final minute and a half. Tries to get it back out for Shapiro. Haas puts her stick down, sends it out, but not out, as goes right out to Patrick Stats, who takes a shot. A glove save, and we'll have another whistle.
I've seen this movie before, another glove save. You know, I like what I'm seeing from the Knights here, Brian. less than 2 minutes to go. They're down by 5. They're not going to win this game, but there's no quit. I'm seeing people dive to block pucks, make extra efforts to clear the zone. They're not giving up.
Another face-off win by Reinholdson of the Aces. Puck bounces around to the near side where it's picked up by Carlisle. Stats will send it back down to Carlisle. It goes down that left wing. Reinholdson makes a little spin move. Passes it toward the middle for Carlisle. He manages a shot. He gets a second opportunity, and Aarons will cover this one up and get a whistle. 45 seconds to go.
So that'll just about do it as the clock continues to run. Maybe one more face-off. Plenty of time for another couple glove saves by Aarons, I would say.
Yeah, the way this game has been going, I think you're right. Another face-off win by the Aces, but nobody was home. It'll be skated back in the neutral zone. Alex Garton will have it on his stick. He passes it forward, gets into the zone. Sacre skates around with it, passes it toward the slot. Aarons has to stick one away into the corner. Final 10 seconds. Pass goes out through the crease. Won't be held in at the point, and that's going to do it. So we got ourselves a 6-1 final. So probably the first time in all of the playoff games that we've had so far that you can say this one was not particularly close.
No, it wasn't. Interesting, we had that very, very early flurry by the Knights. We nearly made it 1-0, and it was pretty much all smart aces the rest of that period. And then we had a crazy exchange where the Knights didn't really do much on the power plays they were given, but then scored shortly after to cut it to 2-1. And then, unfortunately for them, the floodgates opened after that. And before they knew it, they were down by about 3, and it ended up with a 5-goal margin with a final of 6-1.
Now, 2 shorthanded goals on the same penalty. That's pretty demoralizing, and you could really sense that it was slipping away from them at that point in time.
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, I'm thinking of today's games as compared to last week. Last week it was wide open. We had 3 of the 4 games go to a shootout. Today, so far, all of the first-round bye teams have held serve. We got 3 top seeds winning the first 3 games. We got 1 more to go. So what do you think, Tall Boys and the Squirrels coming up?
You know, that has the makings of a pretty good one. Both teams, I would say, unpredictable. They've had moments of absolute brilliance, and then they've had some moments where it's been, And, you know, obviously the Squirrels have the body of work to have earned that first-round bye. We'll see what kind of an effort they put forward against the Tall Boys coming up here.
Yeah, so far, and yeah, just to tack on to that, I think we're in for a good, entertaining, kind of unpredictable game at this point between the Tall Boys and the Squirrels. I think we're going to see a good one.
Well, look forward to it.
Yeah, and sorry, I was just going to say shot totals for this game, 30-18 in favor of the Aces, as you would expect. So far we've got the Aces, the Reefers, and the Slashers in the semifinals, and we got 1 more to fill, and the season ends, at least on the winners' side, for the Knights.
Yep.
And we got 1 more to go.
Well, before we head out, just a reminder to everybody, of course, all of our broadcasts on D-League Radio are brought to you by the Keg Stand, which is found at 3530 Westtown Parkway in West Des Moines. 90 beers on tap. We got some half-price wings on Wednesdays. Also going to be the home of the D-League award show at the end of the year. That should be coming up. That should be a good time. Always good for D-League nights and all of that. So, again, thanks to the sponsors for bringing that to us. Any last comments on today's game?
Just they're kind of holding form so far, according to the seedings. No real surprises. We're hoping for a good one. Not necessarily an upset, but just a good close game, and I think we're going to see that, so I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, it was a pleasure working with you again, Mr. Whips.
Pleasure working with you.
All right, and on behalf of the former Commissioner Matt Whips, I'm Brian Koch. I'd like to thank you for listening and watching today's broadcast, and we will catch you next time. So this is D-League Radio.